Good afternoon, Madam Speaker.
Afternoon.
Through you, Madam Speaker, just a few questions to the proponent of the bill as amended.
Representative Fox, please prepare yourself. Representative Srinivasan.
Through you, Madam Speaker, if the good representative can just outline briefly. I have been listening to the debate, which obviously has been going on for a good few hours. Through you, Madam Speaker, if the representative can outline for us briefly as to what is it that is deficient, lacking, or what is it that is wrong with our current system. Through you, Madam Speaker.
Representative Fox.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, as I indicated in my opening comments, the state of Connecticut should be very proud of its citizens election program and the strength of the program. This underlying legislation goes to make that program stronger, I believe, promoting discrepancy, promoting transparency, and greater disclosure for the underlying bill. Through you, Madam Speaker.
Representative Srinivasan.
Through you, Madam Speaker, I get that we are trying to get it better. But to me, Madam Speaker, through you, what I still don't understand, in spite of being listening to this debate for this length of time, what is it that we are trying to correct here? What is it that is not available through the current program that we are trying to fix? Through you, Madam Speaker.
Representative Fox.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. We are trying to bring greater transparency to the process of independent expenditure committees and the disclosure that these committees make. Through you, Madam Speaker.
Representative Srinivasan.
Through you, Madam Speaker, a good number of us here sitting in the chamber have used this program. So what is it that transparency is lacking? Through you, Madam Speaker, I've used the program myself. I find that it is pretty transparent, it's pretty obvious as to what goes in, what comes out. Through you, Madam Speaker, what is this transparency that the good representative is looking for? Through you, Madam Speaker.
Representative Fox.
Thank you, Madam Speaker, and I thank the individual for the question. In terms of the transparency, we are getting at the disclosures that are being made by independent expenditure committees. Through you, Madam Speaker.
Representative Srinivasan.
So through you, Madam Speaker, what we're looking at is the expenditures that we feel are not transparent enough through the programs that we've been using. Is that where the crux of the problem is, in the expenditures? Through you, Madam Speaker.
Representative Fox.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I thank the gentleman for the question. The expenditures that we're trying to get at are the independent expenditures being made by the IE committees that are now codified and that will be codified in law after this, should this legislation pass. Through you, Madam Speaker.
Representative Srinivasan.
So through you, Madam Speaker, what is it that this bill does that makes it a stronger, a better, a cleaner bill? Through you, Madam Speaker.
Representative Fox.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. The bill requires disclosure of persons and entities that make cover transfers to organizations that make political expenditures and choose not to utilize a segregated account. It shines light on election-related spending and on donations more than $5,000. Through you, Madam Speaker.
Representative Srinivasan.
Through you, Madam Speaker, so these donations of $5,000 that I'm hearing about, is it to the individual campaign or is it to the state party, which then can turn around and use it for organizational purposes? What is this $5,000 that has to be reported? Through you, Madam Speaker.
Representative Fox.
Through you, Madam Speaker, I thank the gentleman for the question. The expenditures being made to the IE committees. Through you, Madam Speaker.
Representative Srinivasan.
Through you, Madam Speaker, so if a contribution has been made to any amount, is there a limit that it is made to the state central party, and the state central party then in turn uses that funding for organizational purposes? In this legislation that is moving forward, if it were to, does that have any impact on the amount that can be contributed by an individual, by a business, by a state contractor to the state party fund? Through you, Madam Speaker.
Representative Fox.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Thank the gentleman for the question. I don't believe this piece of legislation addresses that. I believe that might be current statute through you, Madam Speaker.
Representative Srinivasan.
And my final question through you, Madam Speaker, is there any need to declare or report what was the money, the amount of money that was given by a state central party to an individual campaign for organizational purposes in this legislation? Through you, Madam Speaker.
Representative Fox.
Through Madam Speaker, I thank the gentleman for the question. The answer is not in this legislation. Through you, Madam Speaker.
Representative Srinivasan.
I did say it was the last question, but because of this answer, I just got to ask one more question through you, Madam Speaker. So then I'm at a total loss as to where this becomes a cleaner, a better election process. Through you, Madam Speaker, and if the good representative can just express to me clearly, says that I understand that, as I'm sure most of us in the chamber would want to, and as to by doing what is this bill making it a cleaner, a better election process? Through you, Madam Speaker.
Representative Fox.
Thank you, Madam Speaker, and I apologize to the gentleman for any confusion that I may have caused earlier. The bill codifies IE committees, also known as super PACs. The statutes do not currently recognize super PACs. They're currently allowed by an SEC administrative ruling. The bill conforms super PACs to other existing types of PACs and political spenders. Through you, Madam Speaker.
Representative Srinivasan.
Through you, Madam Speaker, then what this bill basically does is codify the super PACs. Is that what we're trying to accomplish in this legislation? Through you, Madam Speaker.
Representative Fox.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. That's one of the things the bill does. Yes, through Madam Speaker.
Representative Srinivasan.
Madam Speaker, I want to thank the good representative for his tenacity and for being up there answering all our questions that we have raised and the multiple amendments that we have discussed in the floor in this debate. But I'm extremely concerned, Madam Speaker, that we have a system. Most of us have used the system, have participated in the system. And I do agree that there are flaws there. No question about that at all. Nothing is perfect. Nothing ever is. But what we're trying to accomplish here in this legislation does not add any value at all. In fact, in my opinion, it takes it a step further in the negative direction. And for that reason, Madam Speaker, I will not be able to support this legislation today. Thank you, Madam Speaker.